heat to fill me up. I only sleep to rest. I need a love just like a game. I haven't found it yet, found it yet.
Today I want to talk about my favorite songs. Wait, no. Today I want to talk about my favorite bands that I listen to when it's spring. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about bands that I like to listen to when it's spring. And they're all gonna be indie music kind of bands. So it's gonna be indie folk, which means dreamy, sweet, fun, happy, sunlight, whatever. Okay, so the first band that I want to talk about is called The Paper Kites.
Sweet daisy chain, you're emptiness.
And they're actually one of my all-time favorite bands. I've been listening to them for like almost maybe even 5 years now. And I love them, they're so cute. I really like their old stuff. I also like their newer stuff, but the older stuff is more kind of like the music we're gonna focus on today because it's very upbeat, very lifting, very like fun and sweet. My all-time favorite song is called Paint, and it's actually not one of their most popular songs, which I really like because that means it's really personal to me. And actually I was lucky enough to see them almost a year ago in February, and they had a concert and they actually played Paint, which made me really, really happy. And the singer actually told a really cool story of how the song came to be, and it's really sad. It's about how, if I remember it correctly, it's about how he had this relationship with a girl and then she went abroad, she had like an exchange year, and then he wanted to surprise her when she came back, so he wrote her name in invisible ink on top of his ceiling in his room. And I think he wrote like, let's just say, Natalie, I love you, or I don't know what her name was, but he said like, Natalie, I love you, I think. And then he wanted to surprise her, so when they lay in bed and then like turn off the lights, he would say, Natalie, I love you. And then she came back, and then before he could show her the ceiling, she just broke up with him because I think she cheated on him or something, which is so sad. And then he was heartbroken, and the problem was he couldn't get the ink off the wall, and every night he would have to like stare at the ceiling where it said, Natalie, I love you, which is really sad. Oh my god. It's such a cool story because it made such an amazing song. Second band I want to talk about is called Jinja Safari. And they're really similar to the Paper Kites. I think they're also from Australia, and I think the Paper Kites are from Australia. And their sound is also very dreamy, very sweet, very uplifting, very just dreamy. And they have two songs that I really, really like. One of them is called Peter Pan, and the other one is Hiccups. And Hiccups is so funny because it actually starts with a little like it's so cool. And then the song is about how sometimes when you're around a person that you really, really like, you get nervous, and this nervous person then gets hiccups, and it's so adorable and it's so beautiful. Like, you feel so atmospheric in a way. You feel so surrounded by the whole music. Third band, wait, yeah, okay, I can't, you know what, like, yeah, okay. Third band I want to talk about is called, oh yeah, Dinosaurs. I forgot for a second. And you know how like sometimes you're on YouTube and you start listening to a song or you watch a video, and then 3 hours later you end up somewhere completely different and it has nothing to do with anything anymore, and the journey that you've just been on was so amazing because you've discovered so many cool new things. I've discovered tons and tons of great musicians through that, and one of them is the last Dinosaurs. I've discovered them like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know. Their older stuff is very summery and very upbeat, so it's more kind of like spring/summer, but it still fits really well with what I wanted to do, and it's really cool. It's so fun, and one of my favorite songs is called The Weekend. I also really like Repair and Andy.
With the voice she said, I die for you anything. My life's so
talk about is the drums.
And the days go by, and I never needed you.
They're kind of like a very well-known band. I discovered them 2 weeks ago, but I think I've heard their stuff before. A lot of times I just never knew that I was by a band called The Drums, or I never knew any name of the songs. They're very spring/summer, but I still wanted to put them in there because it's just so cool. And one of my favorite songs is Let's Go Surfing. I think it's so fun. It's just like, it thrives off an energy and just very uplifting and so fun and so cool. Yeah. Let's go surfing. I wanna live yeah, it's a really cool song. I really like it. Yeah, those are all the bands I want to talk about, and I don't think I've mentioned it, but if you're interested in any of the songs, then I will link a playlist in the description bar with some songs that I think fit the mood, are really springy to me, and just personificate spring, you know? And you can check it out. You can listen to some great music. I hope you discovered some things that you have never heard before and that you really fell in love with. Yeah, okay, before I start rambling again, I hope you like this video, and if you did, oh, also, if you have any like song or music recommendations, please tell me, because I'm always like looking for new music, and it would be so cool to like hear your recommendations, and then I could like give some recommendations back, you know? And we could like have an exchange. That would be really cool. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. It was so nice talking to you. I'm getting closer to the camera. Okay, and bye. Bye.
Would you like to go with me?